You feel like you've been doing nothing but digging holes for your Endpost since you were 5 years old?
Camera. Take pictures.
I want to show you a better way that I figured out how to do this job. What do you think, Walter? Yeah?
I'm Bryce Krizan.
And I'm Carl Farmer.
Thank you for recognizing and awarding us for our no-dig removable Endpost.
So why would you want to build a no-dig removable Endpost? Let me start with why you might not want to. I think if you got access to your own wood, first of all, you are really cool. If you're able to, you got some black locust growing, or maybe you got some lodgepole pines growing and you're, cutting your own lumber and building your own fences with it, that's way better. Maybe also you don't have good access to U-channel here. Here in wine country, these are pretty common Endposts. They actually don't do a brace on them, but they've got them at the end holding up 14 gauge wire. But maybe you're in some part of the country that I've never been to, and you don't have access to the U-channel. They're also known as highway stakes, so you might be able to find them that way. I know you can get them online as well. Maybe they're really expensive at that point. So it's really, you're relying on access to U-channel. But other than that, I'd say it's the best kind of post I've ever built. Bryce and I have built H-braces together, your standard H-braces. I mean, if you're leasing land, it's going to be near the landowner's house. Maybe that's the one to build. It's a nice looking Endpost. We designed this Endpost concept iteratively. We never sat down and said, how are we going to figure out the best Endpost to build? It's a modification of every Endpost design I've ever seen, and ultimately the reason I think it works is I can't figure out a way to make it any simpler. I think if you look at something and you're like, that's about as simple as it can get, you might be onto something. So the biggest advantage to this post design is simply the speed of installation. At the end of this video, you'll see Bryce and I build an Endpost from start to finish in 2.5 minutes. Maybe somebody can do that with an H-brace, but it's not me. Another advantage of this design is it can be installed in winter, when you might have better opportunities to do that kind of work. The biggest is the speed. Another great aspect of this post design is that you can do a lot of the work for the Endpost in the shop. We'll show you just the basic build of the notch. It's the kind of thing you can probably look at it and figure out yourself, but might as well. And doing that in the shop, in the shade, out of the rain, at night, after you put your kids to bed, it just really works with a rancher's workflow to be able to get those Endposts built before you're out in the field, so you can really just put out a bunch of fence when you're in the field building fence. it comes to gates, I'm sure there's a better way than what I figured out so far, but what I've been doing is a fiberglass rod with pre-drilled holes. Take some of your electric netting that's already fallen apart and find some good pieces out of it. You've got yourself a gate.